Assalamu alaikum. 23andme is back. Oh my god, I had to really wait for a really long time. Welcome back. This is 23andme. I have been waiting for it for really so long. It took like 2 months to actually arrive. Well, but it's finally here. I would like to say Assalamu alaikum to everyone. And I would like to start by saying I lost my dad within the periods from the last video to this one. So I would like to ask for dua. May Allah bless him and forgive him all his sins. All right, let's get back to it. We are here to see 23andme, which will give us our Haplogroup. Without further ado, let's go into this and see what's happening. How 23andme is different from the other one. Hopefully it's going to be less surprising than the last one. Ancestry composition, 59% West African. Okay. Okay, fewer non-needle variants than 100% of customers. Fewer. So I have fewer Neanderthal. I don't even know what that is. It's called Neanderthal Ancestry. Okay. I have 450 DNA relatives. 450. That's interesting. Alright, let's start with the Ancestry and see what's in there. Okay. 100%. I am 89.8% sub-Saharan African, so yeah. Okay. Yeah. This time around I'm 5.4% European, or Europeans are 5.5% me, I guess. That's the other way around. Middle Eastern and not African has been reduced to just 0.8%. So I think there is the confusion between the European part and the Middle East part, I guess. And I even have East Asian and Native American, 0.1%. I'm only about 59.6% West African. So East African, 23%. Wow. And Central and South African, 0.4%. I'm broadly Sub-Saharan African. Broadly, I don't know what that is. Broadly Sub-Saharan African. So they don't know where I'm from. That's the Fulani for you guys. They don't know where we are from. So the European percentage. Southern Europe, 1.5%. Iberian Peninsula, 0.5%. Sardinian, less than 0.1%. Broadly South European, 0.9%. Northwestern European, 0.6%. British and Irish, 0.2%. Broadly Northwestern Europe, 0.4%. Eastern Europe, less than 0.1%. Broadly European, 3.2%. So you guys, you might be from Africa, but they may tell you that you have European whatever percentage in you. Does not actually mean that there's somebody from Europe that it's in you. That's something new. I've never seen this before. I'm definitely from Africa. In short, I have most of my relatives and ancestry is Momodu, Diallo, and all those Fulani names, which there's no doubt that I am Fulani. So guys, this is something very different.
My ancestral composition is very exciting with this one. It's a lot different from what I've seen from Ancestry. So I can only assume that there is still a lot to be learned because what I'm seeing is just entirely different. I have less than 90% Sub-Saharan African and European is 5.4%. Wow, that's very crazy. But then I can only say that 23andme goes a lot further back than Ancestry. I think Ancestry just conveniently used a shorter period to do their classification. But this goes a lot further because we all know that everybody came from Africa. So yes, definitely there's going to be some sort of traits that or whatever, or genetics that is going to be same with similarities and all that. And I can only assume that most of people from America, on the blacks and whatever, that does these tests and find out that they have European in them, think that they're related to some white people. It may not necessarily be true. I'm not related to any white person, but I have 5.4%. So that means that most of the people that do this test might not even be related to any white person. It's just that we are all the same in this world, you know. I can see I even have Native American, so I can only assume that this goes far back, and we are basically one of those people that have been there for a really long time, I guess. This is how it comprises of. So within, because I can see most of Ancestry's calculation is going to be around here. It didn't go further back. So when you go further back, you get all this other classifications. Which doesn't necessarily mean that I have any parent that came from here. It just means that some of these people that are living here have actually come from Africa, which is actually documented. It's true. People came from Africa. Every white person that lives in Europe has come from Africa. Well, we could see that this is how they broke it down. West African, Central South African, and broadly South African. Well, I do like this graphics and whatever with as 23andme. It's really nice. I guess with 23andme, you really never get bored. There's always one information or the other that you've never read about. And since I've done it with my health stuff as well, so there's always something to read about. And it's also so nice that you could compare with anybody. You don't have to pay any subscription or anything, because I believe that Ancestry are making more money by you doing subscriptions as well. This is the composition of my European heritage, or Europeans who inherited from me. This is all I can say about this. Middle East is very little compared to what I think I would have to compare this one-to-one on Ancestry, or you can go to my video on Ancestry and see what compositions they were, and so that you could compare. It's quite interesting, you know. North Africa. Well, I guess if you highlight all this, there's a lot to learn here. I think there's a lot I need to go through in this one as well. And that's quite more interesting. I would really like to do more of this thesis with some of my people back home, so as to see what's actually going. And I'm not even sure whether to go with Ancestry or to go with this, because Ancestry doesn't really go that far back, I guess. And I may have to look at what I actually want to do.
Alright, talking too much. Let's see what Haplogroup is and what it is all about, guys. That's the most exciting thing for me at the moment. Okay. Guys, we are here. Alright, guys. My paternal haplogroup is EM132. What that means, we're going to find out soon, I guess. My maternal haplogroup is L3D1A1. Okay.
This is my haplogroup, and that's my maternal haplogroup, and this is my paternal haplogroup. This is my haplogroup. That's my maternal haplogroup. L3, original migration. I think that's like 180,000 years ago. 13,500 years ago is whether it's this. So today you share your haplogroup or maternal line in descendants of the common ancestors of this, including 23andme consumers. So I only have 1 in 5,600 that have this in 23andme. Okay, let's see the other one. That is my paternal haplogroup, EM32, which is about 275 years ago. Started somewhere in Africa, I guess moved to Europe and whatever. This is one in like 1,000, I guess, 970. Well, I think I don't know much to say about this. I'm going to hand this over to Dr. Clyde to hear what he has to say about this.
Alright guys, check out my other videos to compare this. I'm going to do another video that I'm going to compare this result with Ancestry result to see what the differences are. And I'm going to upload this one to JetMatch as well, to see what it is I can find from those tools that you could use on JetMatch. For the first time, I've seen something extraordinary different. I had a very small percentage of Italian in Ancestry. In this one, it's saying 5.3% European. So all you African Americans that see Europe in you and think that there is something funny happening there, it may just be your ancestors are from Africa. Some of those Europeans actually come from Africa. Everybody came from Africa before they moved to various places that they were, and they turned white or black or blue or green. All right. So guys, see you soon in the next video. Subscribe, like, and we'll see.